What up? Welcome to my channel. I'm Von the Mac. If you're a new person here trying to just check out my videos, just make sure you subscribe at the bottom, you know. Or you can check out my last video, which was my first video, and it will practically get to know me a little bit better before I jump to the story. So, as you can tell by the title, I was attacked. I was only 7, but it's not like attacked by an animal or something crazy. It's by a person. But it was more of a fight, if you think about it. But let me just jump into it. So, I was 7 years old. I went to this daycare. I was in Kansas City, Missouri. My cousin, my aunt, and uncle, they found this lady who watches kids. So, you know, we didn't think nothing. I'm pretty sure they didn't think nothing of it. It was just going to be like another daycare that you just put a child in while my aunts and uncle went to work. So it was like, it's like kind of like a duplex, but it was bigger than that. So it's like right when you walk in, there was like the kid room. And I guess she made that her living room. And then you walk back, there was the kitchen, and then there was like the laundry room. But you also could walk into the living room and then go up some stairs. Upstairs was like where the boys played at that were like older, like 13 probably. Or if you didn't want to take a nap or you were good for the day, you can go upstairs. So that's where all the drama started. So, I was 7, mind you. At that age, I was very innocent, young, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, there wasn't anything that is as I am now. Like, now I'm very, like, jump on you, attack you, if we got issue, we got beef, like, what it is, type thing. But back then, I was like an angel, a sweetheart, like, nothing, I wasn't gonna do nothing. Like, I was scared practically of a butterfly. If it was just, I was like, oh, no, to insects, I didn't play with them. But anyways, we go upstairs, and this was the day that I was being really good, so I got to hang out with the big kids. I remember that I used to go hang with the big kids, and I get to play on the PlayStation. But at the time, there was these 3 little kids. The woman who had the daycare, she had a little boy and a little girl, and they also had a cousin. Now, this cousin was like, you know, you've seen baby kids, and there's like the boy, the girl, and then there's the baby. The baby caused most of the havoc. It wasn't as bad as like the two other kids, but the baby, we'll call him the baby practically. And I was that new kid, the one who had the mom that was chilling, like it was all good, and you know, I'm trying to be all cool with everybody. It didn't work out. So one day I was with the big kids on the second floor since I did good. So I got to hang out with them. We were playing video games, and I think we were playing Tekken. So we were playing Tekken at the time, and I was doing really good. I kicked the boys' butt, blah, blah, blah. So I kept winning. I remember I kept winning, and they was just like, oh man, he's good. We should keep playing with him. So they kept playing with me or whatever. So the cousin, apparently he didn't like that. He was like, who's this guy? Why is he here? And why is he upstairs? So the boy had to be like, I think 9 or 8, 9, 10, whatever. He was bigger than me. That's what it mattered. He was bigger. So he like comes in the room, and he sees that they're having too much fun with me. So he's like, you can't play anymore. And I'm looking at him like, why? Like, why can't I play the game? You get to, like, everybody else is playing the game. I'm just doing really good. Like, what's the issue? So we're playing the game. He was like, you'll play against me. He was like, if I win, you can't ever play again. So I'm like, he pressed. But okay, so we play the game. I end up beating him. He gets so mad to the point that he gets up in my face. Like, he's practically like, you need to get out of here now. And then the boy and the girl, at this time, they weren't saying anything. Like, they were just letting me get, like, practically bullied. And I'm like, yo, like, is somebody going to handle this dude? Like, I don't know this. I do not know this boy. And I'm getting attacked. I don't feel safe. So then he pushes me. Like, he pushed me so hard that the controller comes out of my hand. And I'm like, yo, like, what is up with this dude? So my initial reaction is, I've never been in a situation like that before. So I'm just like, oh my God, like he just pushed me, like, what do I do? And like everybody's looking at me like, so what are you gonna do? And I'm looking like, nothing. I mean, he wants to play. I mean, I didn't want to be I didn't even say. So I was just like, okay, well, whatever. I didn't really want to play it. I did want to play it. But I was just like, just acting like whatever. So I just went downstairs. And then the woman who runs the daycare, she was just like, why aren't you upstairs? I was like, nah, I just don't want to be up there anymore. Like, I didn't feel like playing the game. So it was whatever. So then I get out of the daycare. My uncle comes pick me up. So my uncle comes pick me up, and I'm like, I get in the car, and he's like, oh, so how was daycare? And I get like mad quiet. He's like, why are you quiet? Like, what happened at daycare? So then I started busting out in tears. Yes, I'm full blown crying. Like, my feelings is hurt. Like, I was like mad emotional. I can only explain to you. Like, I was like, you know, there's a guy there that doesn't like me, and you know, he was mean to me, and he pushed me. And then my uncle turns around and he's like, he pushed you. So what did you do? And I'm looking like, nothing. Like, what was I supposed to do? I mean, this isn't no Dragon Ball Z type of moment. Like, I don't know what, like, I don't know. So then he was like, well, he was like, you don't let nobody put their hands on you. Wait until we get in the house. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, I'm about to get my ass beat because I just got attacked. Like, it's just too much going on. Like, I don't know. So then we get into the house, and he's just like, all right, Javon, I'm going to teach you how to fight. I'm like, huh? Like, hold on. Like, I don't do violence. Like, I don't have time for none of that. Like, I just wanted to play second. He was like, well, explain the whole story out. So I told him what happened. And he was like, so you just gonna he was like, practically he punked you. And I was like, sure. Like, I mean, I guess. Yeah. He was like, you don't let nobody put their hands on you. He was like, somebody put their hands on you, you fight them back. And I'm like, but I don't want to fight him back. Like, what? Violence is like this. What? So then he's like, I'm gonna just teach you. He was like, you know, if he puts his hands on you, defend yourself. I was like, okay. So, you know, we're like doing a little tit-tat. He's like telling me to put my hands up like this, do, you know, swing. He was like, you know, if all else fails, just choke him. So I'm like, huh? He's like, choke him. He was like, if you don't know what else to do, just choke him. He was like, that will cause him to stop messing with you, stop bothering you, because he'll think something wrong with you. He'll probably think you're crazy. So you might as well just choke him. So I'm like, okay. So then my uncle's like, give me your hand. And he's like, showing me like how to choke somebody. And I'm like, wow. I was like, this is a lot. One day type thing. So my aunt come home, and then, you know, I tell my aunt the story. My aunt just like, well, you know, I don't think it's gonna be an issue. It's like, okay, straight. Day 2 comes around. I'm over here chilling. I didn't do anything. Like, I was good. The lady said I could go upstairs again. So I was like, nah, I rap because I don't want no beef, blah, blah. Day 3 comes around. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna be bothering him. Like, I'm like, oh, we can go upstairs. They're like, nah. Everybody was telling me, you know, come upstairs. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, nah, I ain't got time, nah. I'll take a nap. I'm over it. So then day 4 comes around. This is Thursday. Yeah, because it all happened on Monday. It worked all the way to Thursday. Well, I mean, we went to the park, and we were playing spades, and everybody was having fun. Everything was hanging out. We was all good. And then we got back to the house again. Like I said, they wanted me to go upstairs. They were like, oh, my God, we really want you to come upstairs. You can play the game with us, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. Friday comes. This is when shit get real. Friday. Everything's always lit on Friday. I don't know why it's always on Friday. Everything wants to get lit. Everybody want to get popping. Everybody want to get ratchet. Everybody want to do something crazy. Because Friday is like... Anyways. So Friday comes. Oh, Lord. This Friday. I go upstairs because, you know, I actually really wanted to play the game. So I ask the lady, you know, can I go upstairs? She's like, oh, you've been up there all week. Like, is everything okay? And I'm like... I was like, yeah, it's fine. At that age, you don't ever want to really snitch on nobody. And that's just not what I'm about. It's snitching. It's whatever. Like, I don't have time. So, I go upstairs. Playing the game. Everything all good. Boom. Here this person come. Here he come. Coming out the shadows. Like, where did you come from? Don't you got something to read? Don't you got a book? Like, something to eat? I don't get. So, we're playing the game. He's like, didn't I tell you you can't come up here no more? And I'm looking like... shit. I was like, and then the girl, she jumps up and she's just like, leave him alone. Let him do his, like, he playing the game. Like, he not worried about you. He's like, I told him he can't come up here no more. And I'm like, he's really pressed. Like, and then I kept playing the game. So then he smacked the controller out of my hand. Like, straight. And I'm like, so I was like, you know, I'm not going to feed into it. So I grabbed the controller back. He put his foot on my hand, yo. Like, he just, like, I was just like, oh my God, like, he is for real. And then I jump up. This is time I had to grow some type of balls because I jump up and I'm like, don't put your hands, like, don't put your feet on me. Don't touch me. Don't do nothing. He was like, what are you going to do? And that's when shit got, like, extremely real. All I remember, like, because this all started getting vague after that. So I jump up, he pushes me, and I just close my eyes and I reach for him. I had a good grip though. And I pulled my fist back. And I remember just closing my eyes and just wishing for the best. Like, it's just like, whoa. Repeatedly, just going and going and going. In the midst of all this, I'm crying. And I was like, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Like, we're going at it. Like, I'm screaming. Like, I am not stopping for nothing. It seemed like that shit lasted for like a good 4 days. Like, I feel like my life is just going by. Like, I'm just like, wow, I'm about to turn 8. Like, this is how long we're fighting. Like, I'm screaming and crying. Apparently nobody's stopping us. Like, they wanted to see this happen. So I'm just going and going and going and going and going, at the point that we get tired, and then they split us up. We both breathing hard as hell. Like, we done just ran 5 marathons, and then you want to break us up. Where was you when I started swinging? I need y'all to save a nigga. Like, y'all put me in situations that I can't do. So I'm boohoo crying, like crying. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know where all this water came from. I feel like I must have drunk too much water that day, because it's just tears and tears and tears, tears and tears and tears and tears. And I'm just like, nobody, like, y'all didn't want to save me. Like, y'all, like, I'm just like crying. And that's, you know, the mother of the place, she comes running up the stairs. Like, and I remember the thing that pissed me off more than anything, she was just like, well, y'all shouldn't be fighting like that in the first place. Not asking who started it, what had happened, why it happened. Like, no, she didn't do no detective moves. She just was like, you guys shouldn't be fighting in the first place up here. Like, Javon, you need to go downstairs. Tell the cousin he needs to go downstairs. And they was like, keep them separated. The cousin, he had to go sit in the corner or something like that. But they wanted me to be in the opposite room and go to sleep. Like, I'm emotionally distraught. And I'm an innocent bystander, and I've just been attacked by this crazy animal. And like, what the hell? I got scratches all over my face, because he scratched me the whole fucking time. I had like scratches all on my face. I have a scratch on my shoulder that is still there. He ripped one of my shirts. Like, it was like heavy duty boxing. I mean, it wasn't really boxing because he was scratching, but it was some heavy duty shit up in there. So his shirt was fucked up. Like, it was just a mess. So then I finally like came back to conscious. I like laid there, and you know, my face is like mad red, poofy, like a fucking mess. So after that, I remember waking up, and then I went back upstairs, and they was all talking to me, and they were just like, yo, we didn't know you knew how to fight. I don't. Like, what do you mean? They was like, you was hitting him and hitting him. They was like, his face is maxed up, Javon. They was like, yo, like, you attacked. They was like, they was like, you fought him so good. And I'm looking like, so y'all niggas think this is some motherfucking entertainment or something? This ain't no entertainment. This is not entertainment. Why do you guys think this is funny? Like, this is not a game. I have been attacked by a crazy child for no reason. Or because I wanted to play second. I've been attacked. Attacked. Like, I couldn't. I couldn't. And then the girl was just like, yeah, you know, it was cool as you stand up to him. And I'm looking at this bitch like, because nobody else was going to stand up for me, so I guess I had no choice. He stepped on my hand. Like, that's mad disrespectful. Like, I just, like, girl. And I'm like, get out my face. Get out my, get I don't hear that. I don't hear none of that. So I'm waiting for this day to be over. Like, I'm not really talking to them like that. I didn't want to play the game anymore. I just went downstairs. I was over. Like, I was just waiting to see my uncle and my aunt so I can start crying again in the car and mind my business. So I come get picked up. My uncle came in and he was just like, what happened to your shirt? And then I was just like, I don't want to talk about it. And then he was just like, okay. And then he asked the lady, he was like, so what happened? And they were like, oh, they were scuffling upstairs. My uncle was just like, yeah, I heard that your nephew keeps, like, you know, bullying my nephew. And she was like, well, I don't know anything about that, but, I mean, what had happened, practically, I mean, they just were up there scruffling around. I don't think it's that serious. This bitch is trying to keep her bread. So she gonna say whatever she has to say so that it makes it seem like, oh, well, this is like a regular, degular, smegular ass day. No, it's not. This does not happen often. Javon is, I don't attend Like, I don't do things like that. Like, how dare she? But it was just like, she just practically like reflected the whole thing. My uncle was just like, okay, well, he got like scratches on him, but my uncle was just like, whatever, you know, when we get in the car, we're gonna figure it out. So we get in the car, we get home. I ain't say nothing the whole ride home because I was just like, he didn't say nothing to me. So when we got in the house, he was like, go wash your face. Like, you know, let me see where you got cuts. Because I had like scratches on me, like some real scratches. And then like he put a band-aid on my, I remember he put a band-aid on my shoulder. He was just like, no, it's cool. He was like, you defended yourself, right? I was like, yeah, I defended myself. And I just cried through most of it. He was like, you cried through most of it. I was like, yes, I cried through most of it. There wasn't no like, I don't know what he looked. I was like, I don't even remember what he looks like after we fought. Like, I just cried the whole time through. Like, he was like, I could tell something was, he knew something was up because he said when he seen my face, it was like, I cried so hard that like my face was red. Like, I was just so distraught because I've been attacked by a wild child. So then he was just like, no, situations like that, you just can't let people bully you. And I was like, yeah, I understand that. I was like, but I still don't like to be violent. And he was just like, you always need to defend yourself. So like ever since that day, I always keep that in my mind. I always have to defend myself when somebody tries to attack me. I don't like to be violent. I don't like injuring people. And that's just not a good look. To sum up the whole thing is, people need to watch their kids. Like, that's all I need to say. Like, you guys got these kids being bullies to other kids. Like, what if I was one of them crazy kids who wanted to come back with a knife or something? You don't even know. But anyways, so I come back because that was Friday. I didn't come back that Monday. I came back Wednesday because I went to work with my uncle for those 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, because I was just scared to go there because I didn't know if homeboy was gonna run up on me again. And then what was I gonna do then? Like, it was gonna be a one consistent thing. So I come back, and the boy looked way worse than what I imagined he was gonna look like. And he was light-skinned, like lighter than me. So he had like a black eye, and he had bruises like here. Like, those bruises did not go away over the weekend. Like, I thought it was like, I felt bad. Like, I knew I had some scratches and a few marks here and there, but he had like bruises. Like, he had a black eye. Like, I must have like OD something serious. Like, I must have to went straight Hulk on his ass, but Lord knows I don't remember because I was crying the whole time. But it's so crazy because the brother and sister came up to me and they were just like, Javon, like, oh my God, like, yo, we didn't think you was coming back. Like, we thought we would never see you again. They was like, you just gonna beat up my cousin. You just never gonna see me again. And then it's crazy because after me and that boy fought, and then I seen him on Wednesday, I went up to him and apologized for hitting him. Like, I literally took the L and was like, I'm sorry for hitting you. And you know what that boy said? He was like, well, if you would have left the room in the first place, none of this would never happen. Well, goddamn, you gonna be a problem. I bet you nowadays he either's in jail or he a drug dealer or he's something. Cause that boy, he just don't learn. Like, it don't even fucking matter if you. Jesus fixed it. When he said that, I really seen the world in a totally different way. I was like, people are really like crazy. Like, these people in this world have such screwed up lives that they try to put it all on everybody else. Like, are you serious? Like, I dead fought you and you think it's okay and you just think that I'm still in the wrong when you're the one who attacked me. Like, I don't know what's up in America these days, but that day showed me a lot. Practically, like, whoever it is, you need to defend yourself. It don't matter. Like, cause they gonna probably come at you 10 times harder next time, or they just not ever gonna learn. So, and let a bully be a bully practically. Let him be a bully, but let him know that he ain't gonna try you. He try to violate you, you handle him. Shoot, I probably never would have fought him again. I never thought about fighting ever again, probably until like I was 9. But I just never, like, no violence, like, no. But that showed me a lot. Like, I was like, Dad, if somebody try to violate me, like, I'm coming for them 10 times harder. Like, I will straight body slam you. I don't even care. Eventually, I ended up leaving that place, like, a few months later because that was just for some summer break. Song of the week is going to be DNA.
DNA. This is my heritage, all I'm inheriting. Money and power, the maker emeritus. Tell me something, you motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I'd rather die than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation, your DNA an abomination. This hour, this when you in the matrix, dodging bullets, reaping what you're sowing, stacking up the footage, living on the go and sleeping in the villa, sipping from a Grammy, walking in the building, diamond in the ceiling, marble on the floor.
Yeah, DNA is the shit. The whole Kendrick Lamar album was everything. It actually went platinum, which is West Compton in the building, West Soy. I'm not from Compton. I'm just saying, like, that city is the shit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back next Thursday. Please make sure you like and subscribe.